Hello, everybody, and welcome back to M&J Games. I am Michael, and today we are looking at a recreation of one of the best coasters at Six Flags over Georgia, and it is the RMC Hybrid Twisted Cyclone. It's called Twisted Cyclone Recreation, and his username is pretty long, but it's created by Tally Gaming on YouTube, so the link to the creator's description is below. And the description of this says, this might be my best creation yet. This is a recreation of the RMC Hybrid Coaster Twisted Cyclone at Six Flags over Georgia. Twisted Cyclone opened in 2018, and fun fact, it was this creator's first inverted coaster that this creator has ridden on. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this tour. All right, so as we get started here at the entryway, this pathing area is not a recreation component of it just because it's just the coaster area. But for anybody who's been to Six Flags over Georgia, it's a pretty narrow walk. Like, this is one of the few parks that I've been to where a coaster that's one of the top two or three in a ride is kind of just off the it's not like a destination area, if that makes sense. But this building looks pretty similar, maybe a little bit more color here and there. Now, I did do a recreation like this on PC, and I was gonna try to make the building and everything, and I just said, yeah, not not fooling with it because there's a lot of elevation changes with the roof and stuff. But you do come in, you got this not long walkway here, and then you go up to the entrance, which I'd put railings on it. But I love what you did here with the kind of the fencing here and stuff, and the station does look a lot like it. It's got that white kind of wooden trim to it and stuff. And then one thing that I love too is how um, how realistic you tried to get with, we don't have gravel in the game, but at least putting down rocks and stuff, because in real life there's just basically all gravel right here. And it looks pretty good. So the sight lines are good. And I love how you even have the transfer track here at the end. You've got this building that kind of goes through. And then another thing I love, if you look down over here, is putting because we don't have these kind of individual pieces in like their TMTK on PC, but using this kind of makes up for that to where when you look through the track, you kind of see that stuff right there. I would probably just extend it, which I guess, maybe, never mind, I wouldn't extend it out there because of you don't have the railing kind of going with it. But then if you look here, this is all custom pieces right here too, representing the catwalk and stuff, which I think is pretty cool because it looks a lot like the one does in real life. And then you put these wooden posts and stuff here. Really good job. Really like how this turned out. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats, then go on the ride. So if you look at the stats, it's about 88 feet, so it's a little bit shorter than the one in real life. Max speed 51 miles per hour, so a little bit slower. G-forces look good. Everything green, which is nice. So let's go ahead and ride the coaster. All right, so that was Twisted Cyclone, and pretty darn good at being realistic to real life. And I like this little turn on the first drop. And if you're on the coaster in real life, it's like if you're sitting on the front row, it almost feels like you're halfway to the ground before you really pick up momentum, which is kind of crazy. And if you're on the back row, you get thrown over the top, and you're like, man, this hill's only 100 feet tall. But really good job with this. And I think a couple areas could be smoothed out just a tad bit. Like, I think it probably whipped it a little bit too much coming into this overbank, because then it was pretty gradual over here. But that's a nice look. And I think this needs to be just a little bit tighter, but looks like, are those custom? Yeah, it looks like you custom supported that, so that's really cool. And then same thing over here. That's a really cool touch. Really good job. And I would just say the one part that really needs to be smoothed out just a little bit more is this inversion, this 0G roll. But I do love the custom supports that you've added. That is a really, really cool touch. Good gosh, did you just do 2 meter pieces? For 1 meter pillars? Woo! Dude, you got some patience, man. That is some patience for sure. So really, really cool. But yeah, really enjoyed this. And then here at the end, probably nothing in there. But yeah, it's a little transfer track and a little this kind of brake run here at the end. This is exactly how it looks for anybody who's been there. And so, like I said, this was a recreation. And let me know your thoughts, because I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. For anybody who's been on this coaster and been to Six Flags Over Georgia, what did you guys think? And as always, make sure to go check out the Tally's YouTube channel, as the link is below. I've also put the link below to the recreation that I did a couple months back, if anybody wants to check that out. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, or guys and gals, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.